Howdy, howdy. This is Joseph Graham. I'm with Upshot Solutions, and the wife of this company came to our BNI chapter this morning. Um, so I just wanted to reach out and make this short video for you guys. All right. So I'm gonna try to keep it real short, sweet, and simple, and easy for you to understand. When someone is looking for a service that you offer or provide, let's say I'm looking for a detailer, right? I'm gonna if I know someone who had their car detailed, I'm gonna say, hey man, who did that for you? Oh man, it's Badami Auto Detailing, right? Bad. I'm like, okay, well hell, you got their card, you got their phone number, and so when I ask somebody that I know and trust, that's called a word of mouth referral, which is like the living testimony of your good works. But other than asking people, what does everyone do? They search the internet for the service or product that they're looking for or need. And when they do that, there's always going to be um, these businesses that pop up in the map listings. All right. So these map listings, these top three businesses in these Google My Business map listings, they get 70% of the traffic. Now, for a phone driven business like you and I, that means phone calls. Okay. And 70% of those uh, searchers will look at least 5 reviews. So they get 70%, they get the majority of the calls, these map listings, and the searcher is most likely going to do business and call first the one with the best reviews. So obviously the My Detail guys are going to get the first call, then it'll be RRC, and then it'll probably be these people if they don't answer the phone. All right. Now I took your map listing and I'm running it through my heat map tool. And when this is done, it's going to show everywhere your map listing is and is not being shown in the top 3 spots in specific areas. So as you can see already, I mean, this could change when it's finished, right? But like the whole West Tarrant County is all red and in the 20s, which means you're not in those top 3 and you're probably not even on the first page, right? So we're gonna let that load up. And what that does is like, let's click over here by River Oaks. So when someone lives in River Oaks on the west side of Fort Worth, they're going to see these top 3 businesses in those map listings when they search for a detailer. So these top 3 guys right here are getting the first call, right? Something else that I wanted to mention, you know what? I have something called MCMs, and it's just a map. MCMs means more calls, more sales. So obviously this GMB right here is a very valuable asset. And you want to have it optimized. And when I say optimized, I mean every piece of information inside of this thing filled out to the T. You don't want to do it all at once or you could get suspended, but you do want to have it filled out and you do want to keep stacking those reviews. All right. Now, inside of this GMB, under the info tab, it says service locations. You can list up to 20 locations. Right now, I just see you have one location listed, and that's Tarrant County. Well, guess what? What else is inside of Tarrant County? You have Fort Worth, you have Arlington, you have Forest Hill, you have Everman, you have Saginaw, you got Keller, you got South Lake. List up to 20 locations. Okay? Fort Worth. So what I do is I do the county, then I do the major city, and then I do the suburbs and surrounding cities. So even inside of Fort Worth, you still have a lot of different neighborhoods, right, that you can still list. So let's do that too. All right. So GMB, we understand why it's important because the top 3 businesses inside of those uh, 3 spots get the first call. Then you got your website. Okay, website needs to have authoritative content. And what content is the words on your website. So you have no content on your homepage. And on your service pages, you really don't have any content, right? And on these high ticket services, such as ceramic coatings, because I know for a fact that's where the big money's at in detailing. I used to do detailing back in New Orleans when I worked there with the PDR crew. So you want to have authoritative content. Here's just an example. So I typed in detailing, and guess what? Wikipedia was the first thing to pop up. If I type in beer, because I live by the Miller factory, Wikipedia pops up first. If I type in driveway, Wikipedia pops up first. Do you see the trend? Now, all we want to do is duplicate success. That's all I do. I do not reinvent the wheel. No need to do that. So just look. Wikipedia has the most authoritative content. It's not much, but it's relevant and it's authoritative. Now, I bet if I click on this guy's website right here, he's going to have content, authoritative content. So already he talks about RV detailing, motorcycles. You know, he has a lot of authoritative content. This is all content right here. If we go to his services, let's just say auto detailing. He has his prices listed, which is another key thing when optimizing a site. Is people want to see prices, right? They just like to see that, but still he has content on his website. You see how like for each price range he's giving details. Now some detailers don't do that. I've spoken with a lot trying to get them into our chapter. Some of them don't want to give a price over the phone because they could be screwing themselves when they see the car. Oh, my car's not that dirty, right? They already gave that guy a price on the phone for the size of his car, and it took him way longer than somebody else who, you know what I mean? If someone has like a tree leaf on their car, they might say it's dirty. You know what I mean? It's just different things, different folks, different strokes. So content is a major key. Like, let's go to interior detail. Say like, so if we search for paint correction, right? You're gonna have somebody pop up on the first page for paint corrections. That's why you want to have a lot of deep, like authoritative content for every service. Every service page needs to be full of content, right? And so when I type in paint correction, let's say I'm searching for that service, there's gonna be other people popping up. Now, I think the website that I used an example was this one right here. So as you can see, they have a blog page on paint corrections, and they just start talking about paint corrections. You see? It's not even that much content, but they got content and they got a YouTube video, which YouTube and Google go hand in hand because it's like the same company, right? So whoever has the most authoritative content on that service or the topic or subject matter, whatever you want to call it, is going to be the most authoritative and relevant. That's what Google wants. Google wants to bring whoever has the most valuable information on that subject to the searcher, right? And in return, they're going to get contacted. Citations is just spreading your phone number all across the internet. And backlinks is the fuel that pushes. So after you've done everything to your website, backlinks is like the fuel for your race car, which is your website, and moves it along the track to page one. So this looks completed. And what this is called the heat map. And we use this tool to see where our GMBs are ranking and where they're not ranking. So right now, looks like nobody in any of these areas searching for auto detailing or car detailing service sees your GMB. But as you start moving towards the Roanoke area, I might have to rerun it, but for right now, Elizabethtown and Roanoke, you're number 4. So we can click on Elizabeth, and when someone lives in that area, and they search for that car detailing service, they're going to see these top 3 people right here. And then you'll be the 4th one. But still, you're not on the front page. That just means someone searching will have to click on more or view all, and then you would be the 4th one in this row. That's what that means right there, right? So maybe we'll click on clean machine. So clean machine, you can see that in Keller, North Keller, Trophy Club area, and Hazlet, like they're being shown number 1 in these areas right here. Does this make sense? Does any of this make sense? So these are just some of the things that I just wanted to point out. You know, optimizing your map listing, building authoritative content on your website, sprinkling your phone number on a bunch of different directories, Yellow Pages, Hot Frog, Foursquare, building a Facebook page, local chamber of commerce, hundreds of places we can do this, right? And then fueling your uh, website full of backlinks. It's like the juice that's going to push you to page one eventually. So those are my tips for today. I will send you a copy of this. I'll probably embed this video onto my website, and then when you scroll down, you're going to see your heat map, and you can click on this and see who's ranking where. I guess you can't click on Grumpy's Prestige. So not everyone ranks around the whole place. Some every location is going to have different results unless your map listing in your website is very strong. It is possible to turn a large area green. Very possible. When that happens, your phone is going to be blowing up. So thanks for watching this video.